Hi, my name is David and welcome to my channel Life Tricks with David. I am going to be talking about commodity that is pivotal for success in any plant, and that is staying motivated. We have all been there, gaping at a to-do list that seems insolvable to attack, or feeling uninspired and unmotivated at work. But staying motivated is essential for achieving our pretensions, both in our particular and professional lives. In this videotape, I'm going to partake 5 simple tips that you can use to stay motivated in the plant. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a pupil, or in hand, these tips will help you stay focused, productive, and engaged in your work. Staying motivated can bring a lot of benefits, similar as increased productivity, better job satisfaction, and indeed better internal and physical health. When we are motivated, we are more likely to put in the trouble and work towards achieving our pretensions. We are also more likely to be happy and fulfilled in our work. In this videotape, I am going to cover tips on setting specific and measurable pretensions, breaking tasks into lower gobbets, satisfying yourself, girding yourself with positive people, and taking care of yourself. These are all practical and easy to apply strategies that you can use to boost your provocation in the plant. So let's get started. Setting pretensions is one of the most important ways in staying motivated in the plant. When we set pretensions, we are giving ourselves commodity to work towards, commodity to strive for. Pretensions give us direction and purpose, and they can be an important motivator. But it's important to set the right kind of pretensions. Not all pretensions are created equal, and some pretensions are more effective in motivating us than others. To set effective pretensions that will keep you motivated, you want to make sure they're specific, measurable, attainable, applicable, and time-bound, also known as SMART pretensions. Specific pretensions are clear and defined, they answer the questions of what, why, and how. Specific pretensions are more likely to be achieved than general or vague pretensions. For illustration, rather of saying I want to be more productive, a specific thing would be I'll complete 2 systems by the end of the week. Measurable pretensions have a clear and quantifiable outgrowth. They allow you to track progress and measure success. For illustration, rather of saying I want to ameliorate my jotting chops, a measurable thing would be I'll write words every day for the coming month. Attainable pretensions are realistic and attainable. They should be grueling, but not insolvable. For illustration, rather of saying I want to double my company's profit, an attainable thing would be I'll increase my company's profit by 20 over the coming time. Applicable pretensions are meaningful and aligned with your values and interests. They should be applicable to your overall life and career objects. For illustration, rather of saying I want to learn a new language, an applicable thing would be I want to learn Spanish to be suitable to communicate better with my Spanish-speaking guests. Time-bound pretensions have a deadline and a specific date. A deadline adds a sense of urgency and helps you stay focused and motivated. For illustration, rather of saying I want to lose weight, a time-bound thing would be I'll lose 10 pounds by the end of the month by following a healthy diet and exercise routine. Exemplifications of specific and measurable pretensions that can be applied in the plant could include I'll increase my deals by 20 over the coming quarter by reaching out to at least 10 new guests per week. I'll ameliorate my time operation chops by creating a diurnal schedule and sticking to it for the coming month. I'll complete my platoon's donation by Friday by working on it for 2 hours every day. By setting SMART pretensions for yourself, you will be suitable to stay motivated and concentrated on achieving your targets, which will eventually lead to lesser success in your plant. Taking on large tasks can be inviting and demotivating, especially if you are not sure where to start. When we are faced with a big design, it can be hard to see the end thing and easy to feel like we'll no way get there. But breaking tasks into lower gobbets can make them feel more manageable and increase provocation. Breaking down tasks into lower gobbets allows you to concentrate on one piece of the design at a time, making it less daunting and more attainable. It also helps you to see progress and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you complete each piece. Then are some tips on how to break down tasks into lower gobbets and prioritize them. Define the end thing. Launch by defining the end thing of the design and break it down into lower, more manageable tasks. Produce a plan of action that outlines the way you need to take to complete the design. This will give you a clear idea of what needs to be done and when. Prioritize the tasks by significance and urgency. Attack the most important and critical tasks first. Set deadlines for each task to keep yourself responsible and motivated. Break down the larger tasks into lower, manageable gobbets. It's much easier to concentrate on completing one small task at a time than to concentrate on the whole design. Celebrate small triumphs along the way, It'll help you to stay motivated and stay concentrated on the end thing. Then are some exemplifications of how you can break down a big task for illustration. If you need to write a report, you can break it down into exploration, figure, first draft, final draft, and editing. Still, you can break it down into exploration, design, if you need to produce a website. By breaking down tasks into lower gobbets, you will be suitable to stay motivated and concentrated on achieving your pretensions. You will also be suitable to see progress and feel a sense of accomplishment as you complete each piece, which will eventually lead to lesser success in the plant. Prices can be an important motivator in the plant. They give a sense of accomplishment and recognition for our hard work, and they give us commodity to look forward to. Setting up a prices system that's both effective and motivating can be grueling, but it's well worth the trouble. To make sure the prices system is effective, it's important to make sure the prices are meaningful and specific to the task or accomplishment. It should also be attainable and timed, so that the price is attainable within a certain time frame. Another important aspect is to celebrate small triumphs along the way, not only the big achievements. Then are some exemplifications of prices that can be used in the plant. Treat yourself to a nice lunch or a mug of coffee after finishing a big task. Take a short break, go for a walk, or hear to your favorite music to refresh yourself. Give yourself a day off or a long weekend after completing a big design. Take a class or training program related to your field of interest. Give yourself a financial price, similar as a perk or a rise. By setting up a prices system that's effective and motivating, you will be suitable to stay focused and motivated on achieving your pretensions, which will eventually lead to lesser success in the plant. Flashback: prices aren't only for big achievements, they can also be used to celebrate small triumphs along the way. This way you'll be constantly motivated and engaged. The people around us can have a big impact on our provocation. When we are girdled by positive and probative people, we feel more re-energized and motivated to work. On the other hand, when we are girdled by negative or critical people, we can feel drained and demotivated. Girding yourself with positive and probative people in the plant can be grueling, but it's worth the trouble. Then are some tips on how to do it. Seek out positive people. Look for people who are positive, probative, and encouraging. This can be associates, directors, or indeed guests. Be positive and probative yourself. When you are positive, you are more likely to attract positive people to you. Communicate openly and actually with your associates. This will help make trust and positive connections. Be a good listener and show interest in what others have to say. This will help make positive connections and produce a positive terrain. Be probative and encourage others to reach their pretensions. This will produce a positive and probative terrain in the plant. By girding yourself with positive and probative people in the plant, you will be suitable to stay motivated and concentrated on achieving your pretensions, which will eventually lead to lesser success. Building positive connections with associates can also lead to better communication, cooperation, which can also lead to lesser productivity and job satisfaction. Taking care of yourself is essential for staying motivated in the plant. When we are not taking care of ourselves, it can be hard to concentrate, stay productive and motivated. Tone care includes taking care of our physical and internal well-being. Prioritizing tone care in the plant can be grueling, but it's worth the trouble. Then are some tips on how to do it. Make time for yourself during the day, whether it's a short break or a longer lunch hour. Use this time to do commodity that you enjoy or that helps you relax. Get enough sleep. Make sure you are getting enough sleep each night. Aim for 7-8 hours of sleep per night to help your body and mind recover and recharge. Eat healthy. Eating healthy foods can help you feel more physically and mentally. Make sure you are getting enough fruits, vegetables, and whole grains in your diet. Exercise regularly. Exercise is important for both physical and internal well-being. Try to get at least 30 twinkles of exercise per day, whether it's a drill at the spa or a brisk walk outdoors. Practice stress operation ways. Practice stress operation ways similar as contemplation, yoga, or deep breathing to help you relax and manage stress. Take care of your internal health. Make sure you're taking care of your internal health. This can be done by talking to a therapist or counselor, or by joining a support group. By taking care of yourself, you will be suitable to stay motivated and concentrated on achieving your pretensions, which will eventually lead to lesser success in the plant. Taking care of yourself both physically and mentally can help you to be more productive, effective, and engaged. It can also ameliorate your overall well-being and quality of life. In this videotape, we bandied 5 simple tips for staying motivated in the plant. We covered the significance of setting specific and measurable pretensions, breaking tasks into lower gobbets, satisfying yourself, girding yourself with positive people, and taking care of yourself. By enforcing these tips in your own plant, you will be suitable to stay motivated, focused, and productive, which will eventually lead to lesser success. Flashback that staying motivated is essential for achieving our pretensions, both in our particular and professional lives. I hope you set up this videotape helpful and that you will be suitable to apply these tips to your own workplace. However, please partake them in the commentary below, if you have any other tips or strategies that have helped you stay motivated. Thank you for watching and for your support. However, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for further content on provocation and productivity, if you enjoyed this videotape. We'll be posting further vids that will help you achieve your pretensions and reach your full eventuality.